day after Memorial Day. Any good teacher would actually know the date, but apparently I'm not a good teacher. This girl woke up spunky and happy today, and I think it's because her hair is amazing. It is the 29th of May, so it is officially like countdown till summer because I am out like June 14th, I think. And for my position, my TOSA, teacher on special assignment position that I'm finishing up right now, actually, it's been a great opportunity to grow as a professional, especially. I have this week 4 days, and then I have next week 5 days, and then I am done teaching in elementary classrooms probably for the rest of my career. And so my farewell tour begins. And I think to commemorate this moment, I am going to, this week my vlog is going to be all about the different lessons that I have learned from teaching in elementary schools. So stay tuned. I've got some good practical ones, and then I've got some that I just didn't see coming. Okie dokes, here we go.
Ow.
Well,
Ow.
she says ow when anything adversarial is happening. So like it could just be that she's got like, she sneezed and she goes, ow. Or she's got stuff on her hands, which is now on mommy's face. And she goes, ow. Good morning. I have been thinking a lot about just like what I have learned, because this has been a very different experience. Don't mind my daughter is just turning the lights on and off, on and off. She's figured out how to like push her little stool over so that she can reach the light switch. And so this is our new favorite game. Lights off, lights on. My first lesson is that I have learned that something I already knew. Kids are kids, no matter what age. If they are, missing, this age, getting ready to go into kindergarten, or 18 years old and getting ready to go to college or like out into the world, kids are kids, and they just need attention, and they just need some love, and they need to know that they are heard and know that they are important and that they have a champion. I am not a teacher who's out there to be anybody's friend. It is not my job to be my son's friend or my daughter's friend or my student's friend.
My sister is crazy right now.
She is crazy right now. It is my job as a teacher, even as a mom, to be their champion and to coach them along and to encourage them to discover themselves and discover their best. So that's my first lesson. Okay, I'll catch you guys later. Bye. And lights go on. And lights go off. How do you like that spot where she colored on the wall? Good thing mommy and daddy are gonna paint the kitchen this summer. Woo! Teacher's gone wild. Good morning, YouTube friends. Welcome to my Wednesday morning commute. So the way that like our traveling teacher schedule works out is that I have 13 different schools that I visit, and I have at each school 3 different classrooms. Oh my gosh, I just totally lost my train of thought. What? Truly, when you are a traveling teacher and you're going to so many different classrooms, and I mean, kids are kids, like really no fault of their own. They're just human beings, and they test limits. I'm only there for a couple of hours, so kids are gonna like test it. I do less teaching and more behavior management. And on one hand, it's been really, really hard knowing that I'm not really affecting their lives and like not like truly teaching. And on the other hand, it's like, oh my gosh, my classroom management is on point. Pretty much any classroom I could go in and like have it under control. And that's like a good feeling to have as a teacher, just knowing like, oh my gosh, I've taught almost all the grades that there are. Like as a high school teacher, you know, elementary school, middle school, and high school are all different for their own ways. And then as teachers, we inherently know that like each grade is different in its own ways, and kids of each age have their own little personality quirks and whatever. The thing that I didn't expect as much of is the difference in, how do I put this? The rapport among staff members, especially among women. As a female teacher, and I started teaching in a high school when I was 23 years old. I was pretty young. And I looked like I was about 17. Like I just looked fresh-faced, and like I already have big eyes. But so when I started teaching, I don't know, I feel like I was just literally like legs and eyes with like a loud voice, and that was like me. Looking back, I can see where I rubbed people the wrong way. There's nothing like what happens on an elementary school campus. Some of it is good, some of it is less than optimal, having to do with the way that people treat each other, especially the way that women treat each other. I came to this teaching job on special assignment after taking maternity leave. So like I started in September and my school starts like mid-August, or the district does. So I started mid-September because I just had my second baby, and I had to pump because I was breastfeeding, and I had to pump in 13 different schools twice a day, and like finding a new place to be. You would not believe how incredibly overwhelmingly nice some people were, and how rude and kind of bitchy some women were about me needing somewhere to pump, because I had a very finite amount of time. I had no classroom that was my own, and I needed help, and I was very sweet about it. But like any of you nursing moms out there, or have nursed before, you know that feeling where you feel like there's a cement truck unloading inside of your body, and like if you don't empty it, you're going to explode everywhere. Like it's just going to be this nasty carnage. And some people made it very difficult. I've been sent to populated rooms. I've been sent to locked rooms. I have been sent to rooms that don't exist. Yeah. Okay, I'm at school now. I should go inside. I'm actually pretty pumped. I think I'm also a little bit delirious and punchy. I'm running on 2 hours of sleep, but whatever. That's what like mascara and coffee are for. So, catch you on the flip side. Wah, wah. Here's a good lesson that I've learned from teaching elementary school. It's actually a lesson that I learned pretty early on in my career, teaching high school, that if a kiddo asks you a question and your answer is no, don't waver. Like, don't let them bargain, don't let them, because it doesn't do them any favors to learn the lesson that a no answer means maybe. And so it's something that I've always known. Then when I became a mom, it's something else that I relearned again, that even when it's your own child, there's something a little bit different about when they ask you a question and they go, but please. You get so excited when they learn finally how to use please, and they actually like use it, that you want to reward them. So like if the first question is, can I have a cookie? And the answer is no. And then they say, can I please have a cookie? And you want to be like, yes, because you used please correctly, but you have to say no because your first answer was no, and no needs to be unwavering. I don't know if I like forgot that lesson when I started teaching in elementary schools last year, but I definitely relearned it once again, because even though they're cute and I didn't quite have a grasp on exactly what my classroom management style for an elementary classroom was going to be, and so I was kind of like trying things out, and I learned real quickly that if you say no, you have to mean it. And you kind of have to train kids, because they will push the boundary as much as they can, and they will say, but, and they'll explain like their side of the debate, and you're like, no, you asked, my answer was no, and I'm sorry that you didn't like the answer, but no, full stop. So that's another lesson that I've learned. I'm driving home today, and I just thought, as I was sitting there with this 4th grade class that is incredibly unruly, and a few kids are straight up disrespectful, and I was like feeling my feathers get ruffled for no good reason, because it's literally the last time I will see these kiddos. So I was like, why is this bothering me so much? Why am I so agitated? Normally, I can just kind of explain to kids that their own behavior and the way they treat others reflects directly back upon them and their own character, and it kind of like nips it in the bud and whatever. But I was getting agitated, and I was like, and I figured out why. There was stuff everywhere in this classroom. There were stacks of like books and papers and crap all over their desks. Not a single inch of wall space was open. It had stuff everywhere, and not in like a design way. It was just like stuff. Some of it was visual aids for the kiddos, but like so much stuff. The whiteboards, you can't even write on the whiteboards, because the whiteboards have like paper on that with like magnet. Oh my God. And I was like, oh, the walls are caving in. So another thing, a lesson that I have learned is that I honestly think the kids get unruly when they don't feel like they have any space to breathe And I get a much shorter fuse with them when it feels like the walls are actually eating you alive. So, there you have it. Hello. It is Friday morning. I cannot believe I just did this. I just drove to the wrong school again. I made it through almost 2 full years of traveling to 13 different campuses. Never the same campus 2 days in a row, like ever. And now twice, since I started making these vlogs, like a month and a half ago, I have gone to the wrong school in the morning. Holy Toledo. Well, I'm gonna be late. I'm pretty sure there is not enough coffee in the world for this Friday morning. Hi friends, it is my very last day as a traveling teacher. It's my last day in the classroom anyways. After like really reflecting on all of these different things, like the hugest lessons that I can take away are just that, like, I don't even know if this is a lesson, but I have, through working with such quality teachers and working in so many different classrooms with so many different kids in general ed classrooms and special ed classrooms, I have really found that, I mean, I'm gonna toot my own horn, like, I'm a pretty good teacher. I had that like kind of epiphany moment of like, I'm kind of good at this. And not just that, but I really enjoy teaching. I love working with kids, and it is something that I can never do without. And I've said this in a vlog before, like I've had moments where I've wavered and where like I've been laid off because I was young or whatever, and I went, okay, maybe teaching's not for me. And it is hands down. Like I do still wish that I could be home with my kids and that I could have more of a daily presence in their lives all day, except that I get that during breaks, and my kids, my own babies, are gonna go to schools in the same district where I teach, so we're gonna be off together. In fact, starting next week, we're gonna be off together because summer break is beginning. And so I'm still gonna get that like taste of being a stay-at-home mom a little bit, and I still get to affect the lives of students, which is, quite frankly, I think what I was put on this earth to do is to be a mom and to be a teacher. I've like refound my calling through this last couple of years, and it has been super rocky, and I've had to say I've had ups and downs is a gross understatement, but I've come out of it on the other side a better teacher, a better mom, and just an overall happier person. So, and I found this whole community of you guys, of people who are like me and who just want to share your passion for teaching with others and be able to share our best practices, and it just makes me so excited. So yay, it is almost summer, and I have so many fun ideas coming this way to this channel over the summer. Lots of plan with me sessions, so high school English teachers, get excited. I have over a decade of experience, so I'm just gonna like do a lot of think alouds. And yeah, connect with me on social media at the Caffeinated Class, Instagram. Okay. Bye guys, have a good one. Thank you. Gosh, Eloise, you look like Gene Wilder and Young Frankenstein.